Hello, my name is Rosanamod, and welcome to the rosanamod podcast. Want to modify your life? That is corny, but I'm going to keep it in there. This variety show brainstorms solutions for everyday challenges, unlocks your secret potential, think outside the box with creative ideas that improve your business and your life. Get inspired with special guests, get motivated with how-to projects for the whole family, and learn that life is too short for anything less than being happy. Laugh with me or at me, it doesn't matter. Somebody's going to laugh. Welcome to the rosanamod Variety Pod. This is your vessel and host, Rosanamod, aka Rosanamod. Episode 71, 71. Today's Thursday's DIY. I've got 12 things that you can modify into something else. Use them for something that they were not meant to be used for. Okay, so number 1 on the list is the contact paper that's made out of rubber, also called easy liners or kitchen drawer liners. And one day I couldn't open a jar. I tried everything. You know how you tap it so it'll pop open? It wasn't working. So for some reason, I don't even know why I was thinking this. I was looking for something that would grip. I found the liner inside the drawer. I took it out. I used it. It opened so quickly that I decided this is my new go-to. I cut square and I just kept it in my drawer for that reason alone, just to open a jar. Shark Tank, if you're listening, this was my idea. Okay, so you can IM me and let me know how that goes. Patent pending, rosanamod jar opener, the easy liner. Well, I think that's taken, but anyway. Number 2, window wipers working for you in the rain. Do they leave streaks in your windows? Maybe they're just really dull and they're not working at all. I have 2 solutions, but this is the first one. Potato peeler. And I don't mean the one that you crank. I mean the one that's just a handheld potato peeler with the blade. Okay, you're going to take your window wiper rubber and you're going to peel the top layer really thin. And what it does is it leaves a nice fresh piece of rubber underneath it. That's all it is. It's just a matter of taking the top crappy part out and leaving the nice new fresh one underneath. It's like a window wiper facelift. Number 3, Vaseline is good for pet bowls. What are you saying, Rosanna? Why pet bowls? Okay. I used to live in a place where there were a lot of ants. I don't live there anymore, thank God, but they would come in all the time and get into my dog's bowl. So what I did was I got Vaseline and I put it on the edge of the bowl on the outside part, and they couldn't get in. Dog wouldn't eat it. She's not going to anyway. And it's a perfect little thing. And then I realized that that's also good for other stuff if you want to keep them off you. Like if you go to a picnic, you want to put them, just put a little bit of Vaseline on the edge, on the outside edge of the bowls and of your plates and stuff. And you wouldn't have to worry about any ants getting into any of your things because they won't get in. They get stuck. They don't stick in there, but I think they just touch it and they just leave because I haven't seen any creepy dead ants floating around the bowl. They just were not there. Number 4. This is the other one for the wipers. If your wipers are leaving streaks, sometimes it's not the actual rubber blade. Maybe that's new. Maybe it's just dirty. So WD-40 works really good with this. You grab a tissue or a rag, and better off with a rag because the tissue will break. Get the rag, it's like an old towel or something, and spray enough WD that it makes it saturated, and then just clean really well that blade. Go a couple times up and down. You'll see that it comes out really dirty. That's how you know all that residue is what's making the windows streak. Number 5. Baking soda, peroxide, and lemon juice. If you get all that together in a small bowl or a cup and you mix it, this is an excellent teeth whitener. It's natural, but keep in mind that this is also very abrasive on the enamel in your teeth. So you don't want to use this all the time, like instead of a toothpaste, okay? So don't use it instead of a toothpaste. Use it just to whiten your teeth. You can use it. I use it every day, but I don't use it 2 times a day. I use it just once. usually after I have coffee, because coffee stains your teeth, and baking soda peroxide together works fine. I add the lemon juice just because it works better, and it will definitely make a difference in your teeth. You'll see if you use it. Use it every day for about a week and let me know. Email me and let me know how it worked for you, because it does. Number 6, coffee grounds are good for killing bad breath fast. So let's say you told your girlfriend that you quit smoking, but you really didn't. If you put some coffee grounds between your cheek and your gum line, like you do chewing tobacco, and you leave it in there, or just put a little bit on your tongue and just taste it or whatever, that's going to kill any kind of smell you have in your mouth. You will smell like coffee, but better than smelling like an ashtray. It lasts a pretty long time too. You might want to keep a little baggie in your purse or in your pocket, just in case you go somewhere. If you have like an interview and you're not feeling very, confident about your breath, or maybe you just have a date and you're not confident about that. So keep a little bit in there and it'll work. Number 7, Coca-Cola, olive oil, or coconut oil. Mix that together and put it in a spray bottle. And what do you get? Darker tan. This works. The Coca-Cola already has the coloring in it. Mix that with olive oil or coconut oil, and you will notice right away that it's going to stain your skin and it'll keep it darker. Number 8, sponge, or a sponge that you don't use or you don't want anymore. Instead of throwing it away, get an X-Acto knife or a razor blade and cut about an inch or 2. Then you get nail polish remover, and you're going to put a little bit of nail polish inside, and you're going to stick your fingers in those slits, and you have an instant nail polish remover. It's perfect. Now what I do is I get like a small little empty jar, I stuff the sponge inside it, slit the top, and then I use that. What happens is it won't stay dirty with the nail polish, because the nail polish remover is going to remove the nail polish on its own, so it'll never stay like dirty where you put your finger in, it'll make your finger dirty again. It's easy to clean. You take it out of there, you rinse it out with some hot water, put it back in, add some more nail polish remover, and then just keep using that. And you can keep that, like if you find a jar that's got a little lid to it, you could just keep that always in your bathroom or something. And that's a nice little quick way to remove your nail polish. You won't need any cotton balls. You won't need any, paper towels or whatever it is that you use. This is a great way. And it's also really good for when you travel, because it takes up less space and you don't have to risk the nail polish remover bottle spilling or whatever. It'll always be in this little container. Okay, number 9, blush alternatives. I think I mentioned this once before, but in case you guys had missed it, if you don't have a blush lipstick, now this is really good if you're going to a party or something, or a wedding, and you don't want to carry a big bag or a big purse or something. The lipstick doesn't take up that much space because it's compact and it's tiny. You can even put it in your pocket. You can use that for lipstick, and you can also use it for your blush. Put a little streak on your apple of your cheek and blend it in with your hands. You don't need a brush. And it works just fine. And I'll tell you what, it will last a really long time. And you don't have to use the same lipstick that you use for your mouth. You can have another color lipstick, and you can buy even the cheap ones. I buy the cheap dollar lipsticks for the blush, and it works fine for me. Number 10. This is one of my favorites that I've actually shared this with my friends, and they're a really good idea. When you have old socks that you don't wear anymore, instead of throwing them away, I mean, you do throw the socks out, but the top part, that band that goes around your ankles, I always cut those off, and I use them for my hair bands. I use them for my hair bands because the rubber bands, the regular rubber bands that you get at the store, the thin ones leave a dent in your hair. Like when you put it up as a ponytail and then you let it go, there's like this dent. The fabric on the socks won't leave that dent because it's a softer fabric, it's wider, and it's not as tight, so it'll work better on your hair. And it's big, it opens up, and if you get the right color, you can have different colors. I actually have bought socks not to wear them, just to use the bands for my hair, because they have like cute little designs or something. And so I'll take those out and use the socks and also use the top bands for my hair. Number 11, spray bottle, vinegar, and water. Put that together. The vinegar and the water portions are 1:1, so that means equal portions of vinegar and water. This is an excellent cleaning spray. You could use it on your counters. You can use it in your sinks. You can clean anything with it. You can even use it on your mirrors and your glass. It won't leave any streaks. But it also is good for an anti-flea spray for your dogs, because the vinegar is a repellent. Now, I use this when I take her outside. If I'm going to the park, then I'll spray the bottom part of her body with this, and her feet, and on her tail especially, and just basically give her a once over. Just spray her all over. She doesn't mind it. She's used to it, and the vinegar in the water isn't going to hurt her anyway. So this is a really good way to prevent them from jumping on her. As soon as they jump on, they jump right off, And so this is a good thing to remember. And it's also really good for if they have allergies, like my dog has allergies. So it helps her with the pollen. It just keeps that off her feet, keeps it nice and clean, and it's anti-itch. And last but not least, I have 12, which is cell phone flashlight. The cell phone flashlight I use for lighting up my dog's nails so that I can see the quick, and I don't cut it when I cut her nails. It works because she's got like piano nails. She's got white, black, right? And the black ones, you can't see the quick. The quick is the end where the blood is on the nail, and if you cut the quick, you'll make the dog bleed. So you don't want to do that. It's not going to kill them, but it's painful for them. So it's just like if somebody cuts your nails too close to the end, okay? The flashlight works perfect. I turn it on. I put it flat. I put it a little bit on the side next to her, against her nail, and it'll light up the black nail, and you can see the red quick right there with that light. It's a perfect little size. It's behind her nail. So, okay, so that's 12. I'm actually a little tired today. I didn't have that much coffee. It's funny, but I really like my coffee, right? I do. And I love to mix it with different stuff, and I put different kind of creamers in there, and ice cream and all kinds of things. Whipped cream and cinnamon. I always try different flavors just so I can find what I really like. And today I didn't have that much coffee because I was just so busy at work and just doing so many things at home and just a lot of things going on, trying to get that Amazon handmade pictures and all those things together. It was just exhausting. I thought, I'm drinking too much coffee. Let me just not have any today and see what happens. I only had one in the morning. Usually I'll have about one in the morning, one in the afternoon, one at night. So I have like 3 cups a day. But today I only had one, and I am really feeling the effects. I can't believe it. It's like my body is just so tired. And I've gotten used to not drinking, not to having any dessert with my coffee. Usually I have something with my coffee. I gotta have like a cookie or something. But I've gotten used to not doing that because it's after 8 o'clock. You're not supposed to really have anything. I don't eat, 2 hours before I go to bed anyway. So it's something to get used to. But now I just enjoy the flavor of the coffee and not any dessert. Do you know what I mean? So if you want to let me know what you have with your coffee, this has nothing to do with the show today, but I'm kind of curious. If you have anything to add or share or comment, you can reach me at rosanamodpod@gmail.com. You can also follow me on Instagram at rosanamod, or check me out on Facebook at rosanamod shop. My handmade shop on Amazon is still on vacation mode because I'm taking pictures. Remember I told you I have to retake the pictures, and I'm going to start putting up some things there. And that's it for tonight. Thank you so much for listening. I always appreciate you. You don't have to sit here and listen to me but you do anyway. So I'm thinking that you're getting something out of it. If you do get something out of it, please let me know, share it. You know how much I would love to know if I help you. And if you have any suggestions or ideas or things that you want to hear, also let me know, because I would love to know. I'd love to have a little conversation with you guys. Who's out there? Send me your names, send me your cities where you're listening, how you feel about the show, and if you have any suggestions, I'll be more than happy to take them into consideration. So on that note, if you are wanting to support the show, there is a link below the show notes where you can do that. And thank you in advance. God bless you. I will talk to you soon. And how do we end this show? How do we end it? Do you know how we end it? Come on, guys. How do we end it? We say...